Okay, we are back with a combat showcase video for right now. This should be a pretty quick video. The longest part's going to be the setup rather than the actual combat. All right, now in between this combat showcase and the previous episode, I believe this comes after episode 72, maybe 71, not quite sure. We are in the sewers now, which is what we found in the most recent episode. So the sewer one is the one that is right after. We got a boss battle down here, sort of. And I'm just going to show you guys a really, really easy way to go through it. And really the only way I would ever recommend going through it. Because if you don't do it this way, it just becomes a very difficult battle. Alright, now we have this kid in a cage down here, Karon. What a Karon. Spelled differently, though. And then we have these cages around the corners of the map. Alright. So cages, and each cage has a body in it. What we're going to do before talking to that kid is we're going to take all of the bodies in cages, which can sometimes be a bit annoying to target, and we're just going to teleport them all into the middle of this little ritual area thing over here. Alright, so we're going to wait a little bit for the teleport to come back up, and if you want, you could probably just have somebody stand right there and another swap, so you don't have to wait for both of them to recharge. Unless it's going to be an invalid target. Yeah, can't do that. Never mind, you just got to wait for teleport. There you go. And hop over here. I guess while we're doing that, we could have our dialogue guy, or our persuasion guy, come talk over there. Wait for that. Now, you know, keep your distance. Yeah, you can tell him whatever you want. I'm going to decline to let him out. Okay, so you don't actually start that one by conversation. I don't know why in my head I was thinking that. This should be back up. There we go. Alright, so the way you start this conversation is by freeing him. You could either just lockpick that, you could teleport him out of there, the way we're teleporting all these corpses. The way that I usually start this combat, though, is if you light all of these on fire, all these braziers, they will finish, I guess, whatever ritual is going on over here, and that will release him from being imprisoned there. Now, this guy's imprisoned for a reason. I don't know if he's actually supposed to be the age that he looks there, or if that's a disguise. I'm not quite sure on that note. But what I am sure of is he's a very powerful sorcerer whose true form is not this little kid. He might only be as old as this kid looks. I don't actually know, but his true form is like a normal-sized adult-looking thing. So he's probably not that little kid age. But when he gets out of there, whether you teleport him, whether you lockpick that, whether you light these on fire, whatever you do, these four corpses that we have teleported in here all come to life and start attacking you with him. Yeah, he's not a nice guy. He starts attacking. You can persuade him in the definitive edition to help you out, but he just attacks you later, and there's no real reason to fight him later because you don't get any more experience that way. Now, normally, I do this fight by teleporting them all together. They will spawn where their bodies are at. So normally they spawn either in the cages or right outside the cages. I forget which. But if you put them all there, they're all in one lumped up spot, which is very convenient for us. You can use Thunderstorm on him. It'll hit all 5 targets back to back to back because he also teleports in there. You could have a Necromancer learn Bloodstorm, which I don't actually know if I've crafted the skill book yet, so I don't know why I opened this up. We'll craft it right now. We'll take a Black Shroud, combine it with any old water spell book will do. Sure, I don't want to use deep. I don't know why I haven't taught anybody Deep Freeze yet. I guess I'll do that now, actually. Boom, presto. Now they both know Deep Freeze. Yeah. Alright, and then Sabine will learn the Bloodstorm that we just made. If I can find it. There we go. Bloodstorm. It was by the Hydro books. I was looking by the Necro books. Alright, so now she has Bloodstorm. We're also going to have Sabine learn Grasp of the Starved. Right there. Okay. We're also going to have Sabine learn Apotheosis. Okay. And then we're also going to have Sabine learn Skin Graft. So we're going to sort these powers out a little bit just to make some room. Spirit Vision we'll also put over there. We'll keep Adrenaline where it's at. This we could probably just take out. I don't think I'm ever going to actually use that. Yeah, so these powers here, as well as Adrenaline. Oops, Adrenaline just came off the whole bar there. So these powers here make a chained together combo that is very, very powerful, especially on an elf, because an elf can use Flesh Sacrifice. So the pattern is use Flesh Sacrifice, get that extra AP. Use Apotheosis, go down to 3 AP. Use Adrenaline, go back up to 5. Use Bloodstorm with, Elemental Affinity. That'll drop you down to 2 AP. Then you would use, hopefully you would proc Executioner from that. Then you would use Grasp of the Star for 1 AP, go down to 3. Use Skin Graft, go down to 2. Refresh Adrenaline with that. Use Adrenaline again, go up to 4. Use that, go down to 1, and then finish off your turn with Grasp of the Starved. End your turn at 0 AP, and you'll have used Grasp of the Starved and Bloodstorm twice, while boosted by Apotheosis stat boost. And it just does a ton of damage to everything, and it'll probably kill anything that gets hit by all 4 attacks there, these 2 and these 2. It's kind of boring after a while, though. It is very powerful, especially because this needs blood underneath your targets to use, and this creates a blood puddle underneath your targets. So very, very good combo. I am only going to use it when I feel like, oh yeah, I need to do this because I'm on honor mode and cannot afford to slip up. And Apotheosis gives you unlimited source for 2 turns, so those work with that as well. You can also precast Apotheosis before combat, because you only need 1 turn to get that whole combo off, and it'll save you 2 action points in the middle, so that if you want to throw out like some single target attacks or teleport or something, you have room to do that. Alright, anyway, that's enough talk about how that works. We are going to actually start this little combat encounter here. Fane already knows Fireball. Perfect. He can hit that and go. If you want to use Spirit Vision, use Spirit Vision. I think if you drain the source of any of these Seekers, that'll also start the combat. But we're going to go with that right there, and then Fireball, so we hit all of those. And if we're able to, Firebrand. We didn't get Firebrand off. Alright. Alright, so now, yeah, this is real form right there. And, we're just going to, not side with him. Yeah, they're gonna say whether or not they want you to help him. We're not gonna help him. We're gonna just fight him right here. He also has a decently high. Yeah. He always goes first here and does this little setup. He doesn't always teleport. That's annoying. Acid Spores just killed Ifin. Lovely, lovely. Okay. And then he's using Source Vampirism on Fane. Okay. And then that on Fane. Okay. Alright, now it's Fane's turn. So these guys, we want to kill these guys as quick as we can. And a Cleave dual wield spark build is probably... Oh, they didn't get sparked. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. They didn't get sparked. That's right. These things make it too close to spark. Go with the Thunderstorm approach. Alright, well, we're still gonna hit them with that a little bit. We want to just get this guy here done with. So let's directly target him. And then we can use Adrenaline, Battle Stomp, and knock him down. And if we can hit Losa with haste, there we go, we'll hit Losa with haste. Now, the goal would be to teleport him and Feign, and then use Thunderstorm, but that doesn't look like it's gonna happen, so... actually... maybe it can, because we get Elemental Affinity right there. And then I swap him and Feign. Oh, that's lovely. Elemental Affinity. You are so amazing. And now we're going to do that, and that Thunderstorm is going to hit all of them 5 times, because they all have a tiny area of effect. And now Sabile can do that little wombo combo I mentioned earlier. But instead, I think what I'm going to do is just revive Ifin. Because at this stage, I don't need to use that combo. And I said I was only going to use that combo if I absolutely needed to. She is, however, going to go with that. And then I just think it'll be fun to blow one of these guys up. And then Ifin is going to Worm Tremor them so they cannot move. And then Apotheosis, not Apotheosis, Adrenaline. Why did I say Apotheosis? And then it's Dust Blast just to make sure he's blind. If he's blind and entangled, he's essentially useless. And Superconductor should hit both of them. Lovely. You love to see it. And then, yeah, it's just gonna finish itself up from there. Because of the way Ifin died at the beginning, you may want to spread out your party a little bit more than I did. I did have 2 people bunched up together. That was a dumb idea of me, or a dumb move on my part. This, by the way, is Deep Freeze. Very good move. It does a lot of damage, freezes people a lot. It's nice. And if they're under like 10% health, it automatically kills them. If they're under 10% health, or maybe it's 20. You know, 10%. Yeah, if they're under 10% health, like they're gonna die anyway. Yeah, like they would need a lot of HP to not die. But if they have, like if you got their physical armor down and start dealing damage, and they still have magic armor, that can still one-shot them, even if they have like 1 billion magic armor. If you got their vitality down through either piercing damage or physical damage, that can still kill those targets. So that is pretty... Oh no, they still need to be frozen. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a way to make that useful. Never mind. I thought the way it was worded there, you could kill them that way, but no, that's kind of a useless effect. Alright. So, Karon is... Oh, he thought he was going to die right there. Karon's going to die from this Thunderstorm. Right there. Now, if you don't group them all up, as you can see, his first turn, he can really do a number on your party. He can really mess you up. So, be aware of that. Be careful going in. I don't think I've ever completely team wiped like that, but usually he does drop like 1 or 2 people at the beginning, and then the rest of my party has to make up for it. Now, he has some decent gear usually, but it's not any unique gear that's guaranteed to drop. But, which one is it? I think it's Frozen Heart here. Yes, they have this crossbow right here, which is amazing, because the amount of water damage it does is over half the amount of physical damage it does, which, if you look at the 2 weapons Feign has, it's normally like 15%, whereas the crossbow over here, it's like 60% or something along those lines, so it does a lot of magic damage. And if you have any special arrows you're using, it goes based on the total damage, which is also a lot higher because of that. So we are going to be taking that, and the rest of these guys just have, yeah, he's usually got charming arrows. But we're going to be doing that to wrap it up. I believe you can talk to his spirit. Yeah. But we're going to end it there. Quick combat. And now that's another way you can get into the sewer area as well to get to the queen. Be aware if you go this route, you're probably going to run into some spiders that have death fog in them. And I'll probably show you that later. I think this door actually goes into the Magister or the Paladin barracks. But we're going to equip that crossbow we just got. Yeah, that damage went up a lot. Yeah, so they're both level 19. If you look at his damage over here, 1054, 1115. Yeah, that's significantly more damage, and they're both the same level. They're both level 19. So even though it doesn't have the extra crit rate that we normally look for, it only has 5% extra crit, that extra base damage is worth it. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.